How y'all doing? This is Rod the Bottom, aka Preacher Man R&B, in this new episode of Retro TV 91. At this time, I'm reviewing Smallville Season 3, Episode 22, and this is the season finale. What happens on this week's episode, this girl named Kira comes to Clark, and she says she's from Krypton, and she has all the powers of Clark. And what happens is she drinks from one of the Jonathan Kent's cups, so Jonathan Kent takes Chloe, tells her run fingerprints on and find out who this girl is. Well, at the end of the episode, we find out that this girl's not from Krypton. It's just a girl that Jor-El was using to bestow powers on her to make Clark come into the cave wall, and that way Jor-El could mold him and bring him back like he's supposed to. And at first, Clark doesn't want to do this. He's telling her no the whole episode. And what happens is Clark finds out that Lex Luthor still has his room completely dedicated to Clark, investigating them and trying to figure out what Clark's about. And the reason he finds this out is because Lionel Luthor sends him a package and gives him the key to the room. And Clark goes and talks to Lionel, and Lionel says, go to the door that's unlocked in Lex's mansion. So Clark does, and he finds out that Lex has kryptonite. He has a diagram of the day that Lex ran into Clark and ran off the bridge. He got everything from these past 3 seasons. And Clark is ticked off, and he doesn't want to be testify against Lionel Luthor in the trial that Lionel Luthor has with that.
Yeah, and at first it doesn't look like Clark's going to show up. But he shows up, and Lex thanks him, and he tells Lex, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do, and our friendship is over. So this is building toward the dynamic of Lex and Clark butting heads like they do in the comics. And what happens next is Lionel Luthor tells Lex that he has a terminal liver disease, and Lex doesn't believe him at first, but Lionel gives Lex the doctor's documents saying that this is true, and Lex talks to Chloe or whatever, and Chloe says, we won't do this if you don't want to do this, if you want to back out of it, and Lex says he still don't do this. Well, Chloe helps Lex with this, and she's also a key witness in this, and she goes into witness protection, where her father and Chloe go into the house of that they're supposed to be staying in now, and as soon as Chloe closes the door, the house explodes. So it makes it look like Chloe and her father died. Well, what happens is, at the end of the episode, this Kira girl takes Clark to the cave, and Clark goes into the cave wall, and now Jor-El has him in kind of a cocoon state. And Jor-El says, now Clark, you will be reborn. And only thing else that happens is Lionel gets his hair cut, he's still in prison, and Lana goes to Paris. And that's all that happens besides Kryptonian symbol burning in right beside Clark's house. My question for y'all is, now that Clark is being molded by Jor-El again to be like he's supposed to, what's going to happen? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Got you, Jesus. Awesome. This has been an episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.